Yep. All right. Greetings. Welcome back to another Unbox the Universe episode. I'm the Curio Hunter,
I'm Monster Truck Damon.
and as you are probably realizing now, he is in fact not Indy RPM. Indy was a little under the weather tonight, so Monster Truck is filling in, and we're glad to have him.
Thanks for having me.
But because of that, we're also going to change up what we were going to be doing. You may remember we've been teasing the DC annual box, but not tonight, because that is something that Indy is the expert in that realm, and I hate to do it without him because it's something that he really enjoys. So
That would be a shame.
so tonight we're going to actually skip around a little bit, and we're going to do the first half of the Kakawow Aura Disney cards, and it's something that I'm excited about. And I figured, since we didn't tell Monster Truck until about 10 seconds ago what we were going to be on doing the video on, I figured, well, maybe he's heard of some Disney characters, so we might be okay on some of this and stuff.
A couple.
So,
I might be a little rougher than some people would be on Disney.
well,
but,
we'll see how it goes.
I grew up kind of more in the Nickelodeon era, and so
Okay.
my Disney knowledge might be a little rough, but
Right.
yeah.
Well, we'll see. It's got some old stuff, the classics, but also some newer stuff. So what we've got is the base set, the complete base set, and we've divided it into two. And actually, what we'll be doing tonight is kind of showing them off, basically two at a time. Monster Truck Damon's got the actual base set, and this goes. We've got cards 1 to 72. I've got the Aura version of this. So in this set, you've got like the base sets. I think each pack has 5 cards in it. You get 3 base cards. You get one, I believe, Aura card, and then you get one special one, and that could be a black and white version, or it might be a numbered card, or it might be their autograph. And you're asking, well, how can like Mickey Mouse autograph the card? Well, they've got like autographs on there of what the artists believe like those autographs
the character
would look
would
like.
draw.
Exactly, and stuff. So who knows? We're going to go through the base set, and the base set doesn't have any of those special ones in it, but at the very end, we've each got a pack, and so who knows? We'll open that up, and maybe we get lucky, maybe we get a big hit, and we'll go from there. So that'll be at the tail end.
Curio, what would you hope for if we got a big hit?
Oh, well, they've got one-of-one cards,
Mm-hmm.
that I think on eBay go for like $1,000.
Oh, that would
and
be a
that
good
would
day.
that would pay for a lot of cards going forward for the channel.
We
and
could come to you in HD at that point.
There you go. Actually, we're in HD, but we'd be in ultra high def.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to hire a makeup artist as well, because like standard
So we
def,
might
you
need
can
a
get away
couple
with
of
a
these
lot.
cards.
Well, yeah, that'd be nice. If each pack had a one-of-one in it, we'd be setting. We might even fix the roof at that point. But in any case, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I noticed when I was putting these things together that for the most part, to start off with, it's the same character, but at some point in the game, it's going to deviate. So we'll just keep going with card number 1 and 1, and then when the characters are no longer the same one, we'll just see how that goes and go from there. So we'll do this at the same time and show a sort of a side-by-side comparison. The first one is Mickey Mouse, and I've got the Aura version. So as you can tell, it's kind of, like they're both pretty cool. So even the base ones are nice.
He's got some swag at that point.
And it tells a little bit about, just so you can see on the back, has a little bit of character information. But yeah, if you're looking at it, I'd be happy with the base set, because those are very pretty in and of themselves. But you can see on the right we've got the base, on the left we've got the Aura, and then we'll start going through these a little faster perhaps, because we've got 72 to get through. The next one I have is Minnie Mouse.
Yep.
So again, you can kind of see what we've got going on there. Third up, Donald Duck. And what I think I need to change over here is to bring up the chat, just to make sure
Let's see if there's
that
anyone in
nobody
there.
is.
Hey, if you are joining, please join in the chat. Say hello.
That's right.
Let us
Say
know
hello.
maybe what area or region you're tuning in from.
what your favorite Disney character is.
I'm an Aristocats fan.
Okay. Okay. I assume that Rescue Rangers are a Disney property because I think Chip and Dale are, and so it was Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So I grew up on a lot of Rescue Rangers. This one, Daisy Duck. Yeah, they've also got like plaid versions of these cards, which it's kind of weird, but those are special numbered. They've got like, I'm gonna say almost like hippie versions of the cards.
Oh, like a psychedelic.
They've got all different kinds of these cards, so maybe we'll get some in our packs to be able to show. But nonetheless, like I think, if you've got a family member that's into Disney, even the base sets or just the Aura set would be something that'd be fun to get.
There you go.
So far, we're still matching up with Chip and Dale. I got Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Okay, now we've
deviated. So who knows? And just to be sure, like I've got number 8, and that's your number 8. So at this point, we've now deviated, but we'll just keep showing.
We're going in order of the package, but we've now gone 2 different ways with characters.
I've got Ariel.
So this is where I'm starting to have a lack of knowledge of who I'm looking at.
Well, you can always sneak on the back, and I wouldn't read the Chinese part, but like underneath it in English. I mean, unless
you can see at home. Yeah, there you go.
Unless there's some hidden talents that I don't know about here, which I'm sure there are, but.
No. Yeah, not able to do that one.
So I think, like the camera, I mean, we've got a good camera and lighting, but it almost doesn't do it justice. If you were to move these around, and even your base card, I think if you move it around, you're going to see.
You can see like the sparkle flake in there.
So there's really good treatments done to these cards.
And the viewers at home can't really tell this, I don't think, but these are thicker cards. They're really robust almost.
Mm-hmm. I agree. They're not the flimsy ones that you can get. Of course, this set is not a cheap one. One thing about it, though, on some of these thicker cards where it has this treatment, you can kind of see here, if I get the camera just right, that they do kind of bend just a little bit, and I think that's because it's got so much foiling and stuff like that on the front.
Hey, we've got Jefferson Street Entertainment in the chat.
Hey.
They said, that's not Indy RPM, LOL. That's Monster Truck Damon. That's right. My buddy Indy is under the weather, and so I'm hanging out. You're having to deal with me. So we got Olaf over here. I say that only because I want to sound like I know something.
There you go. That's fine. Pocahontas, Judy Hopps.
So I Pocahontas a little bit ago in this.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, and we're only going to see the first half, so that's the thing. There's so many cards in this set, plus so many, parallels and things like that to collect.
So now you have an Olaf.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we hope to be able to show you, I'm going to say here in the near future, is Kakawow, the same company that did this, just came out with a Marvel version of this card type of style.
Very cool.
And stuff. So
we'll have to have Indy on for that one.
Yeah. Well, we hope to get the base set for that. Right now, it's going for crazy money, as I'm going to call it. Part of the thing with the tariffs and whatnot, because Kakawow is a Chinese company. I believe they hold the license for Disney in China, and these trading cards are actually very popular in China. But because of that, the prices to ship things to the U.S. Have gone up quite a bit, and so like these cards are, they weren't cheap to begin with, and I'm glad we got them when we did, because now the prices are just almost prohibitive. I think a box of Disney Aura, and a box is 10 packs, would go for $125, somewhere around there.
Really?
So that's
Wow.
only 50 cards, you know, and it's 144
Look at
in
these
the
are
set.
really nice.
So,
and as Curio has said, it's almost like there's a finish on these cards that make them really beautiful.
as a matter of fact, those that deal with cards more are probably saying we should be wearing gloves because our fingerprints are going to be on the front of these shiny things. But in any case,
We need a glove sponsor.
There you go.
Out there.
I will probably put these. I like these so much; these will probably go on in the Curio Hunters collection.
All right.
Especially since they're the complete set. But then this way I have them for as a reference and stuff to show, and then we can pull these back out when we do the Marvel ones, so you can see the similarities. I think it's pretty cool. I was looking at some of the Marvel ones, the signature versions, for like Black Widow, and in her signature, it's got like the hourglass in the background and stuff, and so it's like, well, that
nice.
makes sense, you know. And so like the artists did put some thought into the different signatures. I think there's and I'm gonna blank on the name, Thanos. There's a Thanos signature series, and it's got like the gauntlet, you know, drawing or whatever behind it and stuff, or incorporated into the signature. So they're pretty neat. Number 37. We've really deviated, but you know, and so part of me, it's interesting because some of these characters I didn't realize were Disney properties. You know,
I agree.
Like Alice in Wonderland and stuff. And I probably should have known, but you know, I'm learning some things as we go through this. And the other side of that is, you know, Disney has, through acquisitions, you know, there are properties now that weren't originally Disney, but now are, and so presumably they're on the table for card making and things of that nature.
And by the way, I checked, and you and I are still on the same number, so we've not lost track
Good
with
deal.
each other.
So yeah, the first 7 cards match up, and then after that it just totally goes haywire. But so I guess here's a question from looking back at the chat. We got Jefferson up there, and it said Daisy Duck. If you're still listening, was that just because Daisy Duck had come up, or was Daisy Duck, you know, were we asking what's your favorite character? Were you saying Daisy Duck was your favorite character?
Yeah.
And if not Daisy Duck, who is? Okay.
Both. Okay. Yeah, remember, if you're listening and you're in the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know your favorite Disney character, who or what you hope we find in these packs here.
Well, and I was saying that, you know, 1 of 1 would be amazing. That's probably pie in the sky. A real hope would be a numbered card of some sort. Because there are different versions. They've got, like I said, the plaid. They've got floral versions. They've got peacock versions. Signature would be cool, but you know, any of those things would be nice. Gizmo Duck. Oh, Indy's tuning in. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're on the mend, and I hope you're also checking to make sure that our audio and everything is at good levels and still working, because we're having to do this without Indy running the controls. So I mean, we're just lucky that we got on the air, I think.
Yeah.
And stuff,
yeah, very grateful to the crew. Yeah, I have no idea what character that is.
Is that Sisu? That's Sisu. Now, don't ask me what that's from, but you know.
All right. Ah, well, I mentioned that I like the Aristocats. Here's an Aristocat. And I grew up with my parents really watching the Jungle Book.
Hey, Tripolic. Thanks for joining us. Always glad to see you.
Hey, we got Mowgli there.
If anybody's in the chat, Shapalik has his own channel. He does historical cards very similar to the ones I do on my Curio Hunter channel.
Yeah.
So be sure to check him out and what he does.
So make sure to subscribe.
Mm-hmm. All right. We are in the middle of Kakawow's 2025 Aura Disney cards.
I was going to ask you what year this was. So this is current.
Mm-hmm. Although I kind of remember seeing them at the end of 2024. So I don't know how they date things or whatever, but in any case, it was like they're just on the tail end. So maybe it was like pre-sales or something like that, and then it came out in 2025. But and then the Marvel version just released in May. So I mean, like this month, and so I'm not sure there are any. I mean, there's got to be some in people's hands because I've seen some unboxing videos and stuff. But a lot of the card shops are the ones that I've seen posting things. All right, number 69. Mirabelle.
You and I are still together on number.
We're almost to the end.
Yep.
Moana.
All right, last one.
And Raya. Any surprises of things that you haven't seen? Pollock says hello. Like I said, we're glad to have you in the chat. Always glad to see you. We try to catch. We're trying to get better at monitoring the chat, and we try to catch you to say hello. And sometimes it's 5 minutes later. Sometimes we realize it after we've ended the stream. But we're trying to monitor a little bit better.
I think that was a pretty recent hello there, Curio.
Right. We were on top of it tonight.
Thank you. Hello.
So now we're on to the tail end event, and that is we're going to open up these packs. We've got 5 cards each. Oh, Trapollock's saying hello to the other people in the chat. Oh. It's not all about us. I'm not used to it. So
we'll stay out of your way.
Let me, yeah. Again, we'll can expect 3 base cards, 1 aura card, and then 1, hopefully, 1 of 1, but I doubt it. But that, like I said, if it does, we'll be using it to buy more cards. So.
All right.
So Trapollock, on your show, do you do much? I'm going to say live streaming and interaction with your viewers and stuff? Because, I mean, in all honesty, I'm pretty new at it. I go in with the information about the cards and stuff, and I'm so busy trying to think of what that is that I myself usually don't look up at the chat as often.
Yeah.
Indy normally handles that and stuff, and like I said, he's out sick tonight, but.
Well, he's in the chat.
So he's joining us, not here in person, but here in spirit and virtually. So,
yeah.
All right. So the first one I've got is a base card of Peter Pan. And again, these base cards are pretty in and of themselves.
Okay.
Well, Trapollock, we're glad that you at least found time to come hop on here and join us tonight. We're always appreciative. You always say hello, comments on our videos, so we're very appreciative of that.
Trapollock said, I think this is in response to your streaming question, so not really hardly find time after work.
Gotcha. Well, and I understand that.
Yeah.
We're lucky, and really, when you stop back, stand back and think, lucky that we have a time on a weekly basis that we get together and spend time with friends and open some cards because we enjoy each other's company and doing this together, and for us that's that and the cards are what it's about and stuff, and so And I realize not everybody else gets to do that or gets to do that as often.
Yeah.
And so we're actually pretty lucky about that. So, all right, my next base card is Vanellope. Vanellope Von Sweet, I think. Might be reaching and stuff, so maybe I shouldn't. Vanellope, the card says that. I'm pretty sure, but
I've got the Beast.
Gotcha.
Another classic.
All right, next up, I've got Marie.
I don't think this is a card. I think this is just.
Oh, you have a. I don't know. It was like I don't know what that is. A raffle thing. Oh,
We can throw it up.
we're
there.
within the redemption deadline too, so there's some sort of, and I may have to use a translator to read that, but
If anyone in the chat knows how to read that, let us know.
yeah, but in any case, and we won't necessarily scratch the scratch off thing, but
All right.
you can enter the raffle code in the redemption box. And if you win, your prize will appear in the card pack and follow the rules to place in order. Who knows? It's probably one of those things that you'll have to, the shipping is why you have to pay so much in shipping, but especially right now. But Tripolic is off for the summer now,
Yeah.
so that's going to help. So I think that'll free up a little bit of filming time for him, because he puts out videos like about once a week, or maybe a little bit more often and stuff. I've seen here.
Yeah,
and
for
stuff,
everyone
so,
else, make sure to subscribe.
So for doing
Pollock
that
X cards and stuff.
on while working, like I said, we find time in an evening.
Yeah.
But all right, so the next one I have is the Queen, and this is one of those black and white versions.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a unique Buzz Lightyear here. It looks different than the black and whites, but it is black and white, so I don't know, Curio. Could you help me out?
So my black and white is an XB, and yours is an I. So I wonder if that is considered a silver card, because that silver is another parallel version, and it's a little shinier than the rest. And I think, I would consider that
Yeah,
shiny. So
that looks to.
I could look it up to see what the eyes are, because they have on the back the numbers, and I think they're all labeled as AD. So then it goes to I 194. So yeah, and then the last one I have is Envy, and this is an I 107, which is what made me think that it was a silver one, because I think this is considered a silver card. And for comparison purposes, like here's a base card, so there's definitely a difference in style, and I think it's because it's a little shinier. It's got a little bit more of that rainbow effect to it. So that's what I'm going to say anyway.
For my last card, we've got Lightning McQueen, black and white.
There you go. Not bad. I don't think didn't get any numbered cards in our pack, so it looks like we're not gonna get the roof fixed this particular go around.
So you just got tuned next time.
Well, so we'll do, and it's not coming up immediately, but we've got the second half of this base set, and we'll do another pack at the end of that one as well. So there is still a chance. We're on the chase for either a one of one or a signature, or at minimum a numbered card of some sort. But anywho, let me go over some of our upcoming programming. Next week we're looking at House of the Dragon, because the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon's new season, is getting ready to start. I think it premieres mid-June. So, so we're doing this in preparation for and in honor of, and there's the chance for an autograph and some costume card relics in there. So
I like the costume pieces.
So,
anytime
right.
that comes up, I'm interested.
So,
I don't even care if I don't know what. I don't know anything about House of Dragon, but I get excited when costume pieces are involved.
Good deal. The following week, we'll be doing what we're calling Searching for Superman. This is the Caillou DC box. It's got another name, and I can't remember what that is. But by the time we do the video for the box, I will have looked it up and I can remember. But we're calling that our Searching for Superman episode because that will be in honor of the new Superman movie that's coming out in July. So trying to do some timely things in honor of some upcoming events.
Culturally relevant.
After that, June 17th, we're looking at Star Trek 35th Anniversary base set, and it was sent in by one of our fans, Jared from Illinois. But that will be our 35th main episode. So it's so we thought doing a 35th card pack or whatever would be again sort of appropriate. And then after that, hopefully, our Reign of Jafar, our Lorcana cards will be in. Like they've got another set coming out. They do it about every 3 months, and so and if we can, we've got another buddy, so we'll try to get him on. He's our Lorcana expert. So we'll see what happens. But that's sort of a rundown of our upcoming next 4 shows, and then we'll get that DC annual second half in before long, and we'll get the second half of the Kakawow Aura Disney cards in, so we can complete everything, and then you can watch both videos and have an idea of everything that's in those sets. Can you think of anything else, or is there anything else you want to say?
Well, we can't forget about the batteries.
Right. So
let's see, we got one of those.
All right, just gonna take a few seconds to peddle some merch. We have these for sale along with other merchandise. You can go to unboxtheuniverse.com and check out that. And if you want to send in some cards, if you have something that you think we need to share with everybody online, you can do that. And we're also hopefully going to be working on doing some collaborations with some fellow YouTube channels. Chapalik, hopefully, if that's something that we can figure out the logistics of how to do, we'd love to do one with you. And we're looking at trying to do one with the archivist as well.
For sure.
But, you know, as with anything, it's easy to say we want to do it. It's a little bit more difficult to try to figure out the logistics of getting all the streams to work together and play nice, but we'll work on that.
We've got a good crew here,
right?
So thank you to them, especially for getting us up and running tonight, and in Indy's absence. Thanks for having me on.
So I think with that, I'll say I'm the Curio Hunter.
I'm Monster Truck Damon.
And until next time, happy collecting.